So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. If this is your first time tuning in, today we're here at Mason Point on Choke Canyon Lake, where the Rio pretty much starts dumping into the main lake itself. We're gonna go down there, check it out. Currently the lake is sitting around 23.5%. I was about to say 30. We wish it was at 30. It's currently sitting around 23.5%. This is going to be your guys' start of September update. We're going to go check out some other parts of the lake as well. And then later, maybe even next week, we'll go check out Lake Corpus Christi. We're also going to get the drone up in the air as well. So the drone will be shot up in the air and we'll play some music over that. And you guys can kind of see what the lake looks like from this side of the lake and this angle. Let's go ahead and get down there and walk and talk at the same time. So this is Mason's Point. So for those of you guys who are not familiar with the channel or familiar with this lake, the lake is currently at 23.5. So let's just say a quarter full, right? So most of the water used to be all the way up in here at some point, maybe, I don't know, it's been a long time since the lake has been full, to be honest, but you can kind of tell where the water used to be because they used to have the ramp here, or the dock. So that's where the water used to sit, and this is like a little creek, and they used to have a bunch of water and people used to go up to that top of this little island and fish as well. Now this used to be a good crappie spot, good bass spot back in the day, and it might take a little while to get back up to those glory days if the water holds. So the water is actually, I forgot to mention, so the water is actually currently going back down. So it's been about a month and it's actually dropped about a whole percentage point. It got up to about 24.5%, 24.4% back about a month ago. Now we're visiting the lake again, same spots, and a month later, and now we're sitting at around 23.5%. So it's dropped a whole percentage point in about a month. So if you kind of do the math and you kind of extend this out, it'll be probably around next year before we drop back to where we were before all the water entered this lake. So we have a few more months of hopefully higher water levels. Again, higher water levels considering where we've been. I see a bunch of tadpoles in here. Let's go look at that. There's a bunch of bait fish in here though. Surprisingly, there's quite a few bait fish in there. You can see them at the bottom chasing the other fish. It looks like those are bluegill. I can't really tell, but I think those are bluegill. And still, we still have a bunch of trash back in here. But yeah, it's the boat ramp still extends out as well. I know we get a lot of questions for this. So the boat ramp still extends out quite a few feet. So it's very launchable, actually. You just got to kind of know the area a little bit. And I'll quickly gloss over it a little bit. So right here, going straight is a clear path, and you take a left, and that's where you pretty much go straight. And then you kind of taper to the left towards those trees in the corner on the left-hand side of those trees. And that's kind of the way you would launch a boat in here. Obviously, you back your truck and you go straight back, you're going to run into all this debris and vegetation, and it'll probably get wrapped up in the props, more than likely. Now, for those bank fishermen, there's not really a whole lot of area to fish, if I'm being honest. You can kind of see there's vegetation all in here. There's a little bit of water down in that little creek area, but even then, if you walk all the way up to that top part of this little ridge here, it's going to be very hard to fish this as well. And most of the fishing spots were actually down in here, but they're actually underwater today. So once the lake starts dropping again, which it probably is, that's kind of where we're headed. Again, it's dropped a whole percentage point in a month, and we're still, not over with the extreme heat here in Texas. It's been about 105 degrees the last week. So it's been very hot, so you can tell a lot of it has evaporated. This was underwater just, well, when was it? The last time we were out here was maybe 3-ish weeks ago or so, maybe a month. Hey, there's a nice bluegill right there. There's some really nice bluegill in here. So this was just underwater. Now it's already receded back down a little bit. So it's going down very quickly, surprisingly. And I'm actually shocked, but there's a lot of young bluegill all in here. I don't know if you guys can even see that. And there's some bigger bluegill right here. So there's a bunch of bait fish in here, so that's good. That's a good sign. And I don't know if you guys can even see all these little bluegill. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. I can't tell. But there's a bunch of little bluegill in there. And that's a weird looking fish. I'm not sure what those are. Some different types of fish that I haven't seen in here. They probably came in with the flood, to be honest. But yeah, anyways, the water's already started to recede. It's probably going to be sometime next year before we get back to where we were before all the water came in. And for those of you guys who have never seen the channel, the water that actually filled up this lake came from like the Uvalde hill country area. when they had the flood. So it fell in the hill country, Uvalde area, came down the Frio River and funneled its way down into this lake eventually about a week or so later. We covered that on the channel as well. And we also covered the Nueces River as well, which dumped into Lake Corpus Christi and actually almost filled up that lake completely 100%. So that's where we are with this lake. On this side of the lake on Mason Point, we're gonna go check out Callahan, South Shore, and then the Frio, the mouth of the Frio that comes down this way. We'll go check out that here shortly. But this is the area that I was talking about for the bank fishermen. I mean, this is the spot that people used to travel to kind of walk around and fish, but right now you're gonna have to take a machete or something to cut all this stuff down if you wanted to fish. So right now this isn't really much of a bank fishing spot. It's more of a spot to launch boats, today at least. That's where we're sitting at. But again, quick little history. All of this used to be underwater. Right here where we're standing and walking, halfway down the boat ramp, we're sitting at probably 12, 13 feet of water deep is where we would be currently right here. And obviously we're not there today. So that's what it would look like if it was actually full. But alrighty guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get the drone up in the air and show you guys some shots from above. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Enjoy the video, enjoy the music, and we'll be right back with another video. Until next time, be careful, be good, take care, God bless. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.